I don't want to seem, you know, ubiquitous. But let's face it, we put Jersey on the map. I'm getting ahead of myself. You want to begin at the beginning. I'm the guy you want to talk to, because this whole thing started with me, Tommy DeVito, Belleville, New Jersey. About living in a state where you have to drive to a landfill, next to a dump, next to a turnpike, to cheer for a team that's from New York anyway. Oh, it's only natural to want something better. If you're from my neighborhood, you got 3 ways out. You could join the army, you could get mobbed up, or you could become a star. Have your songs played in France. It could happen. It did happen. You ask 4 guys how it happened, you get 4 different versions. But this is where all of them stopped. 1,000 years ago. Eisenhower, Rocky Marciano, and a few guys under a street lamp singing somebody else's latest hit. Lost control when you're down. I was sore, let me in or else I'll be down your door. When 2 strangers my shop, you're on the wrong block. That's how I kick it out. This kid who sings like an angel, he hangs around the clubs. So, I set up a little surprise for him. My darling, my darling, my darling, my darling, my darling, my darling, my darling. Oh, I love you, my darling, my darling. I truly, truly love you, my darling, my darling. And I'm thinking of you, my darling, my darling. You're the apple in my eye. I'm loving you forever when you leave my home. Promise I will never leave you for love. Oh, I love you, my darling, my darling. I truly, truly love you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're the Bride Trio. I'm Tommy DeVito. Plus, we got my brother Nick DeVito. And our bass player, Nick Mann. And now, right on our stage, before we bring out the Vienna Boys Choir and the teacher. Here he is, a new discovery of mine. Little Frankie Castelluccio. 3, 4, get up here, Frankie.
Too young for you, honey.
take this raw clay and I make like Michelangelo. I got a few years on him, so I got a lot to teach him. It's like my business. Okay, very important. There's two types of women, type A and type B. You listening?
Yeah.
Type A. At first they're real easy, jump right in bed. Then later on they bust your balls. Type B. First they play hard to get. Then later on they bust your balls.
I don't get it.
Don't worry, you will. Say when.
When?
Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, how'd you do that anyway?
Magic. What's that on your shirt?
Hey.
What? You don't like that, huh? What you gonna do, big guy? Come on, what do you got? Give me that cake. You hit little brother. And I ain't your little brother. You saying good tonight. What happened with Angel?
Who?
The redhead. I seen her looking at you. I think you could get in there.
Nah, she's with somebody.
How don't you take her for a little spin?
Like in what?
The Belvedere.
You gonna lend me the clinic?
I might.
Bullshit.
Just don't wrap yourself around a tree. I don't want to have to fill out a lot of forms. Listen, Tuesday night, me and my brother Nick, we're going to knock over the jewelry mart on Frenchtown Road. About midnight. You in or what?
I don't know. My dad wants me home by 11.
Tell him we're rehearsing. I think your cut's going to be 150, maybe 2. He's a good kid. He just needs a little, you know, guidance. Even his mother thinks so. No one's gonna lay a finger on. My hand to God. Homeward danger, earth danger. My darling, I love you all the time.
That jog your memory, Frankie. You're driving Tommy's car. You got no license. You're 1 block from the jewelry mart.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We got Tommy and his brother. They already gave you up, them nuts. Okay, asshole. Out of your way.
I fell for you, and I knew. How old are you?
16, Your Honor.
Your Honor, please. The kid didn't know what he was doing. I conned him into it.
I'm letting you off with a warning. I suggest you get yourself a new set of friends. I see you in my courtroom again if you're going away. Get out of here.
Frank, seem good.
As for you, let's see. Breaking and entering, possession of stolen property, possession of stolen property, breaking and entering, possession of a forged document, breaking and entering, illegal gaming. Quite a resume.
So the kid's a singer. A good singer. And getting better every day.
Then he ought to be great by the time you get out. 6 months.
So, it's back to the joint. Broadway Correctional Facility. Somebody's always inside. Guys from the neighborhood. My brother Nick. They got a revolving door on this place. Before I go, I'm talking to my bass player, Nick Massey. Nick is some kind of harmony genius. He hears it all in his head. Tells each guy what to sing. Teach him and watch him. Anything happens to Frankie, you've got a problem with me. Oh, where danger, earth danger, the one I adore, with you forever and evermore. I'm just a fool, a fool in love with you.
Mickey, for God's sakes, I thought we were going to the movie.
Relax, will ya? Frankie, give me the pliers.
But I want to see the blow.
2 minutes. Sit down, read the Bible, improve your mind. Okay, remember the words?
Yeah.
And don't push. A little more from the inside. Sunday kind of love to last past Saturday night. I'm glad to know it's more than love at first sight. I want a Sunday kind of love. Stanley. What are you breaking in a church? You're on parole, for Christ's sake. Put him on your back.
Good night, Nicky. At least now I know where your hands are gonna be.
And don't bend the suit, Stanley. It's important.
Hey, you take him, you gotta take me too.
Aren't you supposed to be home by 11? Work on that B flat, Frankie.
Chest voice, do your exercises. So, I do my stretch. And as I'm getting out, Nick's going in. That's Nick Madge, not to be confused with my brother Nick, who's still in, not going anywhere. All you need to know is the Variety Trio is now a singer. You don't got to be no Einstein to see there ain't no future for me as a singer. So, I make an executive decision. Put Frankie in the band. Now, at least we got a duo. And he's coming along. I am real proud of this kid.
Miles need someone to encode, to keep me warm when Mondays I go. I love for all my life to go. I want a Sunday kind of love.
Speaking of love, I guess it's time to talk about women. There are always women, girls, wives, other people's wives. Nick, forget it. The man is a jackrabbit. And Frank, that spotlight needed him right up.
Look at that son of a bitch over there. That guy, the big guy, hitting on my girl.
That's not your own girl.
She will be soon as she meets me.
Frankie, that's not for you.
You mean?
It's Mary Delgado. She'll eat you alive. They'll send you home in an envelope.
Come on, Tommy. I'm in love.
Bedtime.
Mary!
Hey, Chinooks.
I want you to meet Frankie. Mary Delgado, Frankie Valley. You guys should know each other.
Hi.
How are you?
Take it slow. The kid ain't legal yet.
Since when do you care about legal?
Frankie, tight band.
Yeah. You know, that's a nice color for you. You should always wear that.
Thanks for the fashion tip. You're old enough to have a match?
I can't give you anything but
So that's your real name, Val.
Nah, Castelluccio. Francis Castelluccio.
Kind of long from people.
That's why he changed it. Valley. V-A-L-L-Y.
No, V-A-L-L-R.
How come?
Because Y is a bullshit letter. He doesn't know what it is. Is it a vowel? Is it a consonant?
Never thought about it.
Fuck switch, you're Italian. You gotta end in a vowel. Delgado, Castelluccio, pizza. Valley with an I says, this is who I am. If you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself.
That's a very unusual fragrance. I never smelled anything like that before. What do you call it?
So,
Oh, pretty nice place, huh?
yeah, they don't sell spices. That's how you can tell.
Tommy warned me about you.
Yeah, what did he say?
He said I couldn't handle you.
That's because he couldn't. So your group?
The Varietons.
Yeah, it's just you and Tommy.
And his brother Nick and this other guy, Nicky.
So where are they?
They went away for a while.
What for?
They did some things.
With friends like that, maybe you should just change your name to Sinatra.
I'm gonna be bigger than Sinatra.
Only if you stand on a chair.
Why you gotta say that kind of stuff?
Come here. You got a nickel?
Yeah?
Call your mother. You're gonna be home late.
Mary had a couple of years on it. They're both looking for a way out. Up and out. Look, I'll be honest with you. I never knew what that was. Marriage is not love. Marriage is you take a shave while your wife sits on the can and clips her toenail. Anyway, Frankie's married. We're playing club nights. Frankie's cutting hair in the daytime. And it's
Why can't this guy just bring the stuff over the house?
He's a little nervous.
Your wife's gonna love this shit, Frankie. Diamonds, couple of watches. Got off some house in Saddle River. Had to smack the broad around a little
Shut
bit.
up. You don't need to know that.
Frankie's cool, right, Frankie? No problem.
Wait a minute. Stop the car. This isn't Bloomfield.
No, this is Fairfield.
Not Fairfield, you fucking asshole. Bloomfield.
You said Fairfield.
Why would I say Fairfield when it was Bloomfield?
I don't know, Donnie. Maybe your brain is fucked up. And don't call me an asshole.
Why not? What you want? He's a fucking shit asshole, fucking moron. Hey, don't sit out of line.
Fuck him and fuck you. I'm not the asshole. You're the asshole.
Don't you talk to me like that.
Oh, yeah, asshole. What are you gonna do about it?
How about this?
Holy shit! What are you, crazy?
Now who's the asshole?
He's starting like that.
Go get out.
Yeah.
Get out. I'll take care of it. I'll call you tomorrow. Now go. Go! You should have seen his face. I almost feel sorry for the kid.
Yeah, well, don't. Just lean on him hard. I want that money, asshole.
Okay, slow down. He shot a guy in your car and now he wants how much?
25 G's.
What's more?
Get rid of the body, get rid of the car.
Why should you pay? He shot it.
You nuts? It's my car. There's a dead dingo in it. My prints are all over it. He said the cops are going to trace the murder rap.
Frankie, it's a scam.
What?
They fake a murder in your car and then they hit you up for 25 G's to make it go away.
There was blood all over. I saw it with
Big
my
blood, like in the movies. Let me explain something. You shoot somebody, you gotta shoot the witnesses too. This is a basic rule. Go by his house. $100 is your car sitting right in his driveway.
Donnie's my friend.
I'm your friend. Go home. I'll take care of Don.
What are you going to do, call Chip?
Are you nuts? You don't bother Chip DiCarlo with too big bullshit. He said, I'll get your car back. Go home. Make your wife happy.
Thanks, Tommy. Now you're...
What do you think? I didn't call Chip? Of course I called Chip. You want something done or undone in New Jersey. Chip DiCarlo was the man. He made 50 problems like Frankie's disappear every day before lunch. And I had a very special relationship with him.
Tommy.
Yeah, Chip.
You pick up my dry cleaning?
Sure thing, Chip.
Good. Now, tomorrow you drive me over to Belmont in time for the third race. You wait, and you take me over to Spring Valley so I can see my granddaughter.
No problem, Chip.
Hey.
Hey, Frank. You know Mr. DiCarlo?
Yeah, sure. Hi.
Come on, beg your ready.
Hey, Frankie, do me a favor. Will you sing My Mother's Eyes?
I'm sorry. I don't do that song anymore, Mr. DiCarlo.
I put my mother in the ground 1 year ago today. I'd consider it a real favor.
Yeah, we could probably do that song.
We could.
Yes, we could.
Tommy,
Mr. DiCarlo.
But I haven't done that song since I was 15.
Frankie,
Yeah?
you get your car back?
My car? Yeah?
Those guys, they went away.
Yeah.
So I do a favor for you, you do one for me. That's fair, isn't it?
Sure, Mr. DiCarlo.
Una mano lava l'altra, mi capisci?
No problem, Chip.
So I guess you call Chip, huh, big man?
Sing the song, smart ass.
One bright and guiding light that taught me wrong from right, I found in my mother's eyes. Just like a wandering sparrow, one lonely soul. I walk the straight and narrow to reach my goal.
You're a good boy, Frankie. Here. Here's your claim check. You got a problem sometime, you reach out to me.
I found in my mother's eye.
Meanwhile, Nick Massey finally revolved out of Broadway Academy of the Arts. So, me, Nick, and Frank, it's up to me to keep us out of the gun. But nobody's hiring trios anymore. Trios are dead. Quartets are in. I'm looking for a fourth guy so we can get some work. Any work. And I find somebody. This guy is great. Hank Majewski. Handsome Hank. Chicks love him. He plays, he sings, he's got special material.
Like what?
You know, like comedy stuff. Stones anymore. We're the Four Loves.
Tommy, I can't keep it straight. In 1 month, we're the Romans, the Village Voices, the fucking Andrews sisters. What are you trying to do?
Run the group, okay, Nicky? We're the Four Lovers. We do a full act with comedy and music. Plus, I want to get us some good moves, too, like the colored groups. So, we go on the road. Ohio, Nebraska, Arizona. The places you fly over on the way to Los Angeles. The low point was this bar in Lovelock, Nevada. Population 12. We're playing to 3 Mexicans and a guy with no nose. Hey, what do you think most?
Man, I don't know. I just go away. Material.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Here's a nuance. Take the ape suit and get the fuck out of here.
You want advice? Don't give up your day jobs.
You believe that, asshole?
Tommy, I don't want to go back to barber school. Maybe this is a good time for me to start my own group.
What is it with you guys? A little setback and you start whining. This is the process. You experiment. You refine. I got 10 ideas already. We get back to civilization. We find our fourth God. The sky's the limit. My hand to God. Fact is, I'm all out of ideas. We're back to 3 months and 0 bookings. So, generate some walking around money. I'm working with this kid on a little project at a local bowling alley.
Tommy! I got your fourth guy.
Pick a card. 3 of hearts.
Yeah, good. So this guy. We got this jazz group. We're playing up in Bergenfield. And I'm thinking, Tommy's looking for a fourth.
Queen of spades.
Good. So I think this is the guy I'm looking for.
Four.
For the group. The Lovies, or the Romans, or whatever the fuck it is this week. This guy's a genius. You're gonna thank me for this.
What's his name?
Gordio. Bob Gordio. He's a kid, but he plays like a madman. And he writes songs. Who's got short teeth, got short teeth, got short teeth, got
Joe! Can we take care of business first?
Yeah, sure, Tommy.
We take care of business, then we talk about you being a talent scout, okay?
Okay.
Now, make sure you're spotting lane 6. You got it?
Lane 6, yeah.
Okay. On the 5th frame, but not the 4th, you start spotting the pins like we said.
I know, a little off.
You'll fuck this up, there's a C-note in for you.
If you want, I could arrange a sit-down.
What's sit down?
With you and Gordio.
Who are you, Al Capone? Let me handle the sit-downs. You handle the bowling pins. Now get out of here. Joe Pesci. Yeah, that's Joe Pesci. The actor. Who knew? Yeah, sure. Had to play down the whole thing about Moody. I had to keep my game face up. But in here, bells are going off. Big time. I mean, this is the one to mooch. This is the guy. Some kid from out of nowhere who sings, plays, and writes songs. Sign him up, man. You just hit the trifecta. What can I say? I got a feel for this stuff, okay? Never Vegas. Tommy DeVito delivers.
No matter what Tommy says about plucking me from obscurity, the real story is I had short shorts at number 2 when I was 15. Okay, sure, by 17 I'm just another one-hit wonder worrying that the best is already behind me. But I did not spring to life fully formed the day Joe Pesci showed up at my door.
Bobby, listen! The three Lovies are looking for a fourth.
Who?
The three Lovies. We just got rid of this yups who did monkey songs or some shit. And the guy to meet you.
Why?
Because they told me you're fucking genius.
I'm in the mood for love, simply because you're near me. Funny, but when you're near me, I'm in the mood
tour with short shorts. I shared a bus with Chuck Berry, Sam Cooke, the Everly Brothers, Jackie Wilson. But I never heard a voice like Frankie Valli's. After 8 bars, I know I need to write for this voice.
I'm really feeling in the mood for
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Hey, that was fabulous. What a set. Fucking amazing. Tommy, this is Bob Goody, the guy I'm talking about. Bobby, this is
Tommy DeVito, Bobby, I run this group. I'm kind of late, aren't you?
I told him how you're looking for, you know.
Joe, don't get over it, son.
Sorry.
Hey, Matt, Frankie Valley. Bob, what is it?
Gaudio.
Hi.
Hi.
Somebody say you right?
I told you, short shorts, number 2 to bullet. Sorry, you should have, Joey.
Call me. We'll set it for me.
Hey, come on, the kid's here, we're here, let's do it.
Yeah. Can we just borrow your piano for a minute? Go ahead, Bob. Play that new one.
I cried for you. Now cry for me. No, I don't love you anymore. Cry for me. Well, you had your fun.
Don't go, baby.
With someone new.
Don't go, baby.
Girl, now you want me to take you back. We're all through. 'Cause now I'm leaving. No, make me leaving. You made a fool of me. So now I'm leaving you. I love you so. Much more than you. But you just cheated and you lied. Wanna cry for me? Well, you will become the star. Someday you break my heart. Now we're all through. So cry for me. Just make that for you. Won't you cry for me, baby? Just make that for you. Cry for me.
Hi.
Hi.
So, who's the girl in the song? Your girlfriend?
No, it's any girl. Every girl. It's what T.S. Eliot calls the objective correlative.
You're not from around here, are you?
He's a real musician, Tamooch, and I like the blend.
Hey, I like the blitz.
Fucking dynamite. Sorry, it ain't good. A good room.
You said we need a forge, Frankie. I like it.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give the kid a try. You got a manager, an agent, somebody?
My dad handles most of my stuff.
Tell him to call me.
What about?
Work out a deal.
That's okay, you can talk to me.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm gonna hire you on a trial basis for, let's say, 3 weeks at a salary of $25 a week, and then we'll see what happens.
Gee, I don't think that's gonna work.
Why not?
I was thinking I would come in as an equal partner.
Really?
Plus which I retain the publishing of anything I write, and we can work out a favored nations on any mechanical and ancillary rights.
Excuse me, Dick. Get.
Why?
He wants a four-way split in his fucking dream.
Tom.
Why? You think this kid's the golden goose? He's a one-hit wonder with his eye on the block. There's a million of them out there.
Where?
Where what?
The million guys, where are they?
May I just say something?
No.
Okay. Tommy, I like it.
What? You got a hard on for this kid? He can't drink, he can't vote, he's probably never been late. What good is it?
You think he's green? Take him under your wing like you did with me.
Cut him in equal.
If it works, there'll be enough for everybody. If it doesn't, what's the difference?
And if I say no?
You can get yourself another lead singer.
What did you say?
You can get yourself another.
So, you're growing up, huh, kid? Okay, I'll give it a shot. But when it crashes, don't come crying to me.
Hey, what was that for?
Okay, kid, this is your lucky day. Welcome to the group. Frank, give the kid a haircut.
So now I'm a lover. My parents are skeptical. Who are these guys? Are they serious? Maybe I should go to trade school, get some kind of skill. On the other hand, it is interesting having a big brother, someone who takes an interest in my cultural development.
Okay, Bob, here's the plan. I laid on a limo. We're going down to Atlantic City. I got us a suite at the Tremor. We see a couple of shows, have a little
We're
party.
gonna take a pass, Tom.
Come on, bullshit. Since when do you pass on Atlantic City?
Well, we checked out those demos, you know?
We who?
Me and Bobby. So we're gonna go into town and follow up.
You and Bob, huh?
Yeah.
Good idea. That's good. But don't give anything away. You talk to me first, you hear?
Sure, Tom.
Of course, you got Bobby businessman over there, so I guess it's okay. Right, Bobby? Let's go, Dick. Hey, we're not back in 2 days. Call Jeff for the bail money.
The Brill Building, 1619 Broadway, center of the music world. You got a song, you go to the 8th floor, and for $10 you get a quick arrangement, grab a couple of musicians, hang around the lobby, book an hour at the studio, and you got yourself a demo. That's the easy part. Then you gotta get somebody to listen.
Hi, we're the Four Lovers. We sent you a demo.
Not interested.
Hi, we're the Four Lovers. We sent you...
Sorry.
Hi, we're the Four Lovers.
You're the Four Lovers?
Well, two of them.
No, the Four Lovers is a colored group.
No, that's us. I love you so.
Come back when you're black.
Get out of here, you chicken shit. I'll rip your throat out.
Hey, watch your mouth, Toto. You're not in Newark anymore. As I live and breathe, Frankie Castelluccio.
No, it's Valley. Frankie Valley with an I.
And why not?
Bobby, meet Bob Crew. This guy's got the best ears in the business.
All my body parts are outstanding, young man. young man. At ease, sailor, you're perfectly safe. Doesn't say much, does he?
Doesn't have to. He's the next Otis Blackwell. You two should do something together.
Doesn't have a name.
Bob Crew, Bob Gardner, heavyweight producer, dynamite songwriter.
Hi.
Scorpio.
No, Gaudio.
No, your birthday.
November 17th.
November 12th, it's a sign. The stars are in alignment. Follow me, boys. Destiny awaits.
I remember thinking at the time there's something a little off about this guy. I mean, this was the 60s. People thought Liberace was just, theatrical. Anyway, we play him some stuff, and right there he offers us a personal services contract.
You work for me. You are guaranteed a salary. You sing background for my artists. You bring me 4 songs, and I'll record them.
When?
When Mercury's in Taurus.
It was better than knocking on doors, but not much.
Al Miller and the Raiders. And Make Them Cry. Take one.
Then raindrops fall down from the sky. The day you up, an angel cried. Oh, she cried. An angel cried. She cried.
Miss Frankie Nolan and the Raiders. I
fucking problem.
Here's the problem. You said we go with you, do some backups, and you'd record us. That was what, a year ago? So when are you going to record us?
When you give me a hit.
I've given you 10 hits.
10 songs, not 10 hits.
And you know what's a hit until you record it.
I got the ears, baby, remember?
Okay, then listen to this. Either you give us a date when you're going to record us. 4 songs, like you promised, or we're going down the hall and make a deal with people who keep their word.
My, baby Scorpio shows his sting. You know your problem, gentlemen. You've got an identity crisis. Now, maybe if you found yourselves a name and a sound, a little Bobby here would know who he's writing for.
You know what? Maybe you need to find yourself another group.
I see. You all feel the same.
Bet you're right.
Frankie. If Bob goes, so do I. Nick?
I'm with them.
Such loyalty, such devotion. All right, go. Find yourselves. I release you from your servitude.
So we're back scrambling for gigs. I take a job at a printing factory until one day I'm having lunch with my supervisor and he's got 3 fingers missing. Yeah, he says, you stick around here long enough, you'll lose a couple. I don't even finish my sandwich. Then Pesci gives us an audition to play in the lounge at this bowling alley where he works in South Jersey.
Wait. Oh! What's your name?
The Tigers.
The Tigers. No. You. I know you. You used to come here. You had some kind of scam going. Spotting kids. Betting on games.
Never been here in my life.
And I never forget a face. Get out of here, all of you, 4 lovers. 4 felons.
This is crazy. We gotta find a club. Forget the clubs. What we want is a record contract.
What record contract? We can't even book a fucking bowling alley.
Maybe this is a good time for me to start my own group.
Get off that. You're not starting any groups. You're in this group.
Yeah, which one? The Topics, the Romans, the Lovers? Who are we going to be next, Tommy? What?
It's a sign, Tommy. For me, the sign said, one last chance. I locked myself in my room and wrote 4 new songs in 2 days. No, not songs. Hits. And then we went to see Crew.
You like the new name? Oh, I love the new name. So did Vivaldi.
Some guy stole our name off of Porto.
It's okay, Tommy. He's already dead.
Can we talk about the songs, please?
Oh, the songs are great. I love the songs, and I know exactly what to do with them. We're not just going to make a record. We're going to make an experience.
How?
We're going to double Frankie's voice. It's going to explode right off the radio.
He's good.
There's only one problem.
What?
I'm tapped out.
What are you talking about?
No flow, so no session.
8 rooms on 5th Avenue. How can you be tapped out?
Don't get me started.
I don't believe this.
How much do you need?
For 4 songs, $3,500.
You're late, you right?
5,000. All right, let's see. The 11 grand you owe me plus this 5. It's getting heavy. Tommy, you're up to 16 grand.
No problem. We just signed with RCA Victor.
That's good, because you don't want to get behind on the big.
Hey, I'll send you a record.
Better yet, send me 3 grand by next Friday.
Here's the section. 3,500. DeVito delivers.
Oh, thanks, Tommy, but I already got it.
Where?
His father gave it to him.
Why?
He likes me.
His father likes him. What kind of bullshit is that? You know what the big is on this?
Nobody asked you.
Nobody had to ask. The group needs money. I take care of it. Hey, fine. You don't want my money? I got plenty of things to do with it.
Okay, guys, Sunday, Allegro Studios, 2 o'clock. Sharp.
You book a studio on Sunday. The rates are cheaper, and you get to use the instruments left over from the Friday sessions. The plan was we'd meet Sunday morning at Frankie's for one last rehearsal.
This is bullshit. Most important day of his life, and he's late. What time is it?
1:32. Did you call us, folks?
No answer. It's not like Bobby to be late.
No, that's Tommy's territory.
Okay, Stronzo, get off my case. Lay off the booze while you're at it, shithead.
Hey, watch your mouth in my kitchen. I got little girls in the house. Give me that. Asshole.
Let's run the numbers again.
You run the numbers. You sounded like a cat in heat. My ears are still bleeding from that shit.
I'm about to leave for Frankie's house when a tune pops into my head. I don't have a tape recorder, so I write down some dummy words so I can remember what I did.
I'm gonna go play a quick 9. Tell the genius he blew it. 15 minutes ago? It's a fucking insult, Frankie. A slap in the face.
It's a good song. Don't make it personal. Nicky.
I say we do the 4 we rehearsed.
We're not taking any bullshit. I'm running.
Wait. Crew's got the ears, right? So let's let him decide.
Nick and I did a quick head arrangement and called the studio and sang it to crew.
Any good?
Bingo.
That was it. 2 takes on a Sunday afternoon. And then the whole world exploded.
And you're listening to me, Barry Belson, WCMA Radio. We're not $17 locked inside this studio, and yes, we're still playing the same song. I mean, is that a different sound or what? Who are these people? 4 black guys, 3 guys, and a girl? Oh, what can I say? I love this record. We're gonna see this one go right to the top, my friends, and we're gonna see it happen this Saturday on American Bandstand. Oh, what the hell? I think I'll just play it again. Here it comes, all you submarine watchers. Put down that girl and let it in to the 4 seasons.
one-hit wonder all over again. Only what I wonder is, where's the next idea going to come from? Crew and I are banging our heads against the wall, and nothing's coming. Then one night I'm watching the $1 Million Movie, some cheesy John Payne Western. He hauls off and smacks Rhonda Fleming across the mouth, and he says, "What do you think of that?" She looks up at him, defiant, proud, eyes glistening, and she says... household name. Everybody's happy. Well, almost everybody.
I don't get it.
What don't you get, Tommy?
The title. Walk like a man?
So?
As opposed to what? A woman?
It's for boys, Tommy. Teenage boys. We're telling them to act like men.
Instead of like girls.
Instead of like boys. Why are you doing this?
Look, Miss Congeniality, it's a metaphor. This is an anthem for every guy who's ever been twisted around a girl's little finger. Well, isn't it? All right, Bill, pick one. Go.
Some girl's little finger. Turned out to be a revolutionary idea. Walk like a man. Hey, some guys have been elected presidents on West. Walk like a man. Walk like a man. Walk like a man from you. I'm so wild, forget about it, girl. Walk like a man from you. That's the hat trick. 3 number ones in a row. Cruz writes, the stars are in alignment. And I'm thinking about the future. Maybe we should make an investment.
In what?
Us.
What do you mean?
You got the voice, I got the songs.
Yes, so?
So we make a partnership. I give you half of everything I write. You give me half of everything you record outside of the group.
Why would I ever record outside the group?
I don't know, things happen.
What about Tommy and Nick? Nicky's really the one who got me singing, and Tommy, I mean, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for
They
him.
won't cut into their share. I'd never do that.
We gotta help.
Absolutely.
Hey, if things work out, you think we can talk about a saxophone?
Hey, if things work out, we can talk about a whole horn section.
Okay, I'm in.
Great. So should we have somebody draw up a contract?
What, you mean like sign a piece of paper from a lawyer?
I guess.
You want to do this thing?
Yeah, just
So we
what-
do it. You want a contract? Here. A Jersey contract.
Oh, what a night. Late December back in '63. What a very special time for me. I remember what a night. Oh, what a night. The label's raking it in. So they send over some girls when we hit Chicago at Christmas. And that night, I rack up a personal first. Come on, Bobby, grab some Christmas cheer. What's wrong? I gotta be romanced a little before I take my clothes off.
And you are? There goes some Christmas presents. Come on, champ. How's about you unwrap me downstairs?
Looks like all systems are go.
Contact. We have contact.
Liftoff. We have liftoff. Around the world we go.
Uh-oh. Splashdown. We have splashdown. Well, space fans, that might be a world record for speed.
Lay off. The kid performed like a trooper.
Oh, I got a funny feeling when she walked in the room. Yes, as I recall, it ended much too hypnotized and mesmerizing me. She was everything I dreamed she'd be. Sweet surrender for the night. I felt the rush like a rolling ball of thunder. Here Nick was right. It is more fun with another person. Fact is, my sexual initiation means as much to Nick Massey as it does to me. Nick's an interesting case. Very precise. He wakes up every day exactly at noon, eats at the same time. He only drinks this special 12-year-old whiskey. His shirts have to be ironed twice. All that time in the prison laundry, I guess. Great natural talent, great style. And after that night in Chicago, suddenly I'm Nick's best friend. But I already have a car.
The Chevy is transportation. What you want is a statement. You're looking at the great American wet dream. And this baby gets almost 8 miles a gallon.
Nicky, I really gotta get back to work.
Suave, Bobby, suave. Stop and smell the roses. You've earned it. Just look at her. Those curves, those headlights, that rear end. You know what she's saying? I want you inside me.
Nick, you really need help. So now I've got everything a 22-year-old could want. A slew of hit records and a brand new Caddy convertible. Frankie and I drive down to Atlantic City looking for an opening act for our next tour and come back with a girl group with a #1 single, The Angel. Suddenly the road is much more interesting. 2 cars, 3 girls, 4 guys. Infinite possibilities.
He went away, and you hung around and bothered me every night. And when I wouldn't go out with you, you said things that weren't very nice. Boyfriend's back, and you got up with love. Hey, love, hey, love. Here come and better cut out the dove. Hey, love, hey, love. I was gonna do. Hey, love, hey, love.
for you, Nick.
Hey, it's adding up. Plus the 3,500 you dropped at the track last Saturday.
Okay, that's it. We're going back to the old arrangement.
What?
Frankie rides with me. You ride with the genius.
It's kind of up to Frankie, isn't it?
Yeah, and Bobby too, right? I mean, the two of them, they're always together. They're like a pair of, what do you call it, Chinese twins.
Try not to say anything for the rest of the day. Hey, sweetheart.
Explain. You're out on the road 1,000 miles from home. Do a show, you get charged up, and you're 10 feet tall. And then it's midnight. What are you supposed to do? Go back to the hotel and rinse out your socks? Everybody has a girlfriend on them. Everybody.
Then why get married?
Are you kidding? Family is everything.
Here's how it was. You had your real family and your road family. When you're on the road, when you're body in motion, a different set of rules applies. It's a basic law of physics. Of course, there's another law of physics called gravity. And eventually, it pulls you right back home.
Family? You dare say that to me? Your lips should fall off your face for using that word. You show up for a couple days. You think that makes you a father?
At least when I'm here, not stoned out of my mind. You think the kids don't know what you're doing?
You want to switch places? Anytime. There's the kitchen, there's the washroom.
Okay, you go out on the road. We'll only go with you, mate.
No, thanks. I wouldn't want to cram your style.
Listen, the road is the road. I'm out there busting my hump to provide for this family, and there are certain things that are...
Bullshit! Your family's out there. So go. Tour out of fucking space for all I care. You'll still be what you always were. A dumb walk from Jersey who never even graduated high school. Mr. Valley with a Y. Give me a fucking break.
We all had families. Families we never saw. Families we couldn't keep together. After Frankie and Mary split, he said it was for the best. But we all knew that wasn't the whole story.
My eyes adore you. No, I'd never lay a hand on you. My eyes adore you. Like a million miles away from me, you couldn't see I adored you. So close, and yet so far. Headed for city lights, find the light of the fortunate pain. Worked my fingers to the bone, made myself a name. Funny, I seem to find that no matter how the years unwind, still I reminisce about the girl I miss and the
Maybe they should have. Our people were the guys who shipped overseas, and their sweethearts. They were the factory workers, the truck drivers, the kids pumping gas, flipping burgers. The pretty girl with circles under her eyes behind the counter at the diner. They're the ones who really got us, who pushed us over the top. Just like this, forever. But I'm looking ahead. A world tour, a concept album, put enough money together, maybe we start our own label.
Hey, Frankie, fabulous show. You guys get better and better.
Thanks.
Is Tommy around?
Who wants to know?
Norman Waxman, Frankie, friend of Tommy's.
What's this about?
Money.
Tommy? Let me.
Listen, Mr. Waxman, Norman Waxman.
You got business with us, you talk to our attorney. Now, if you'll excuse me.
No, you got a little success now, right? Got the records, TV, the personal appearances. We're all very proud of you.
Yes, so?
Tommy's put me in an awkward position. I've stalled my people as long as I can, but he's in too deep. They want their money now, before something unfortunate happens to one of you and it all goes up in smoke.
This is bullshit. How much money does Tommy owe you?
150 large.
Excuse me?
150,000.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Been pretty quiet till now, but some things are getting left out. That's the thing about Gaudio. He was always looking so far into the future he never saw what was happening right under his nose. He'll tell you it was smooth sailing right up until we hit the iceberg with Tommy and the 150,000. But the truth is, the group was in trouble long before that.
Great show, guys. Welcome to Cleveland. You're under arrest. What? You fellas played here last year?
Yeah?
You stayed at the Holiday Inn?
I don't remember.
They do. You skipped without paying the bill.
No way.
You owe the Holiday Inn $120.
Tommy, for crying out loud.
Minor oversight. Look, officer, I got the 120 right here. I got 100 times that.
You always carry this much cash around?
It's the gates. We just played in front of 7,000 people. Let me settle the bill. I'll get my guys out of here, okay?
You gotta take that up with the judge.
Can't we just settle this between us?
You're not offering me a bribe, are you? Because that's a Class B felony.
Sorry. Forgot we were in Ohio.
I tell you what you can give me.
Name it.
Frankie's autograph.
Absolutely. Frankie, give the officer your Johnny Hancock so we can get out of here.
Make it out to Love Muffin. Oh, thanks.
No problem.
Okay, let's go.
Where?
Station house.
What for?
Wait for the judge.
Okay, let's make this fast.
Judge is back on Monday.
What?
Judge is going fishing.
I want a lawyer.
No point. Judge set bail. Have a nice weekend.
Hey, Nick, remember when we couldn't get arrested?
When was that? When you were 3?
Calm down, genius. Couple of days. No big deal.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this may come as a big shock to you, Tommy, but I don't have a police record.
Never too late to start. Hey, maybe you'll get a song out of it.
Oh, me, oh, Mario. It's a time in the old
Tommy, can it?
Calm the kid down, will
I'm not
you?
going to calm down. I'm on a toilet in a jail cell, you cretin.
Bob never forgave Tommy for that weekend. Me? I let it slide. Because the group comes first. We're all in this together, right? Right.
We shouldn't be drawing down from this account, Tommy. We have got to put something aside for Uncle Sam.
Lou, this is November. April is 9 months away.
6, actually.
That's why you're the accountant.
Yes, and that's why I think you should
Don't
tell
think. Just do what I tell you. 20 grand to Pirelli Construction. F-A-R.
What's GABA?
Bobby and Frankie's partnership.
E-L-L-I.
I don't get it.
What?
A group is a group. It's not two guys with a side deal.
Between them, it doesn't cut into your share.
I don't know, Tommy. I really think I should start my own group.
You're not going to start anything, Nick.
Why not?
Because you've got to get up before noon to start a group.
So I let that slide too. I mean, we were doing good. Concerts, club dates, cover of Cashbox. 6 more weeks in #1. That covered a lot of sins. Until we hit Detroit. This reporter comes to do a feature on us. And Frankie falls hard.
You were how old?
14, 15. You gotta understand, we didn't have playgrounds, or what do you call these? After-school programs. What we had was hanging out on the corner in B&Es and picking up numbers, driving guys to card games,
B&E.
breaking and entering. My poor mother. She really wanted me out of the neighborhood. Of course, she's still right there in the projects, but can I get her out? No way. She doesn't want to leave her friends. I tell her, Ma, take them with you. I'll move them all. She still says no. I send the cash, it goes in the drawer. The washing machine breaks down, she won't spend the money to fix it, so she goes to the laundromat. Tells everybody she's Frankie Valley's mother. So now, people think I'm the kind of son that makes his mother go to the laundromat.
Can't win for trying, huh?
So, what else do you want to know?
Kids?
3 girls. They're with their mother now. My little one, Francine, she wants to be a singer, God help me. 8 years old, voice like an angel. She gets up on the coffee table and sings, I can't give you anything but love, Daddy. It's the first song I knew the words.
Sometimes it just clicks with people. And after the nightmare with Mary, I mean, this was a nice girl. Smart, great looking. They were crazy about each other. We were all happy for Frankie. He was relaxed, singing great. Then she interviewed Tommy.
So, what'd he say about me?
Not much. More about him and Bobby, and how the group never really took off until Bobby came along.
Did he tell you that I hired Bobby?
He said it was more like a group decision.
Oh, he said that, huh? Did Frankie tell you that before I took him on, he was studying to be a hairdresser?
No.
Oh, yeah.
The kid was lost. Between you and me, and don't print this, because he doesn't want it out there. I taught him everything he knows.
Really?
But not everything I know.
Ah.
I even had to get him laid the first time, give him a little tutoring.
Well, you tutored him very well.
Why don't we just cut to the chase, Rick?
How do you mean, Tommy?
Well, you're a big girl. I can see you've been around. So, when you're tired of high school, you might want to check out the graduate course.
In my neighborhood, there's 3 things you don't do. You don't lie to your mother, you don't tell the truth to your wife. And the 3rd thing? Every guy knows that.
He hit on you?
Only like with a sledgehammer.
That son of a bitch is gonna kill me.
Frankie, it was funny.
It's not funny. You don't do that. You don't do it, you don't. Now I'm supposed to go out on stage with him, sing with him, make jokes. What, is he crazy?
Might be just a little stupid.
No,
You ever think
he's
of that?
not stupid. Tommy's not stupid. He's evil, is what he put his hands on you.
No, of course not.
This is bad. Very bad. Fuck!
Leave it alone. Don't wreck everything. It's what he wants. Don't give it to him.
Frankie never mentioned it. Never said a thing to Tommy. He just throws him out. On stage, off stage, on the road, he just looked through Tommy like he didn't exist. And Tommy, he knew he'd crossed the line. I don't know, maybe it was a kind of payback. Bob was driving the group now. Frankie wasn't Tommy's little brother anymore, and Tommy couldn't handle it. He started missing rehearsals, betting on everything big time, the ponies, on golf, on cards, on which fly was going to take off first from the windowsill. We had no idea how deep in he was until Norm Waxman showed up backstage and blew the lid off. Now, maybe you think, after everything that went down, Frankie would have cut Tommy loose right then. If that's what you think. You're not from Jersey. Hey, Chip, got a minute?
For you, Frankie, always.
Tommy's in a little trouble.
How little?
150,000.
So why isn't he standing here talking to me?
Because he can't sing my mother's eyes like I can.
You'll take care of family, Frankie. I like that.
Yeah.
Let's see what I can do.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Seabreeze Lounge is proud to present the special return engagement of international recording stars, the 4 Seasons!
Put your loving hand out, baby. I'm begging. Begging you. Put your loving hand out, baby. Begging you. Put your loving hand out, baby. Riding high when I was dreaming, playing hard and fast 'cause I had everything. You walked away, warned me then, said easy come and easy go, and it's when I need you to understand that I'm trying so hard to be a man. I'm trying to make you walk in the air, hold me back till I reach you and live again. Begging you, put your loving hand out, baby. Begging you, put your loving hand out, baby. An empty shell of used to be, the shadow of my life is hanging over me. A broken man without a goal, don't even stand a chance in my soul. Begging you, put your loving hand out, baby. Begging you, put your loving hand out, baby.
We're here to resolve the problem. We're all gentlemen, and we will act in a civilized manner. A salute. Salute. Okay. How much we talking about?
As of noon today, including the big 162 large.
What were you thinking, Tommy?
I don't know, Jip. He crept up on me.
Surprised he's still walking around.
I'll be honest with you, Jip. We like their songs. Anybody else? He'd already be in the hospital. What? You gonna put your goons on me, you two big Shylock?
Tommy, shut up. The man's trying to work with you.
Hey, whose side are you on?
Mine.
You're right about that, Thomas. Oh, I'm the ass.
From day one, my friend.
Gentlemen, our friend friend, Mr. Waxman, has a legitimate...
No, excuse me. All due respect. He opened it up. I'm going to say something. I've been rooming with this guy on and off for, 10 years? This was not a walk in the park. This was a sentence, a 10-year sentence. Nick, the man is a personal nightmare. He wears the same underwear 3 days running. He takes no pride in his appearance, in the simple amenities of life. You want to talk about towels? The man cannot be in a hotel without using all the towels. I'm talking base towels, bath towels, the bath mat, the little washcloths, like he's living alone. You need a towel, you know where it is. In a wet tile on the floor. Nicky! I come back to the room one time, the man is pissing in the sink.
You're crazy!
Right, I understand, but hey, Tommy, what's wrong with you? There's a toilet over there. He says this was closer. This is what I'm dealing with. The man is not properly socialized. Frankie doesn't have to deal with it. Gaudio doesn't. I've had to deal with it in 10 years!
Okay, Nick, thank you for sharing that. Now, Mom and me are going to take a little walk and try to work things out. I want you boys to put your heads together and see what you can come up with. And you, stay out of the bathroom.
Maybe Jim can talk some sense into this guy.
Fuck sense. I got some dates. I can put together enough.
What? Pull a job? Hey, he's gonna roll a 7-Eleven like the old days.
Drink your wine, Nicky, and shut your trap. DeCarlo's not running this group by hand. You don't even know what we're doing here. Begging Jip for help. You make me look like an ass.
You do that all by yourself.
Who started the group? Who got the bookings? Without me, you'd all be in the trunk of somebody's car with a bullet in your head.
Yeah, from your friends.
You know what would be nice? Since I was here before any of you, a little respect.
For what? Give 162 in the hole?
Oh, you think it's easy running a group? Dealing with the club owners, the managers, the record companies, everybody's ready to fuck you 5 ways from Sunday. You don't care how it gets done. Only that Tommy's taking care of it. Well, I took care of it. Me!
Sit down. Tom, you don't give a shit about the group. You never have. It's always been whatever it is you got going on, and then there's the group.
You don't know
You
what
never want to rehearse.
Right,
Right, Vicky, you drink. You put Bob through the ringer. Forget about trying to mess with my head, which you've done from day one. And the shame of it is you're not a bad musician. If you give it a little time, but no. You're too busy shooting your mouth off. Buying apartments, keep your girlfriends in, but no more. All that bullshit is over.
This is how you talk to your friends.
Friends, right. Not one Christmas present. Not one Christmas card. Not one time we have a meal and you pick up the check. Not one time you ask me how my kids are doing, how I'm doing. God help me, Tommy. Part of me would really like to see you hurt.
Too strong, something.
Gracias.
Go, kids. Leave that outside. All right, now, here's how it's going to go down.
Excuse me, Mr. DeCarlo. The group, we've come to a decision. We have? We're going to pay back every penny Tommy owes you.
What time you
Let me read this. It's a lousy few $100,000. We got something going here. It took a lot of work and a lot of years.
So? The group takes the debt. This is his problem. Why do we take his debt?
Because we're not going to let it come apart.
Well, is that good enough, Tommy?
For what?
Because Frankie's singing was never good enough. His ideas were never good enough. Nothing he ever did was good enough.
Lay off.
The kid who was never good enough is bailing you out. So is that good enough?
I'm afraid it's a little more complicated than that.
Why?
My people are very angry. They want a message sent.
What message?
You're moving to Las Vegas.
Vegas. What for?
Your health. We're going to keep an eye on you. We see you outside of Nevada, it gets ugly.
Wait a minute. For how long?
Until it's paid off.
But we're in the middle of a tour.
Best I can do.
What happens to the group?
Don't worry. I won't be in Vegas forever. When I get back...
Wait a minute. I got a better idea. A clean break. We buy him out.
Buy me out? Buy me out? You don't buy me out. I buy you out.
With what, Tommy?
Fine. Buy me out. It's over anyway. How many more hits you think you're going to write?
Right, wait a minute. Anything else we don't know about?
The tax lien?
How much?
$500,000 in that neighborhood.
All right, we're gonna take that too.
Frankie, what are you doing?
The loan, the taxes, we take it all. Tommy took me off the streets, Chip. What's that worth?
Well, you'll be on the road till you're 90. If you want, I could arrange a loan.
Thanks, Mr. DiCarlo. But I don't want anybody involved in our future but me and Frankie.
Yeah, I just realized something. I don't want to be in this group anymore.
Not now, Nicky.
No, forget that. I want to go home.
What are you talking about?
I want to go home.
Okay, good idea. After the tour, we all take a break.
No, now. I quit.
You can't quit.
Hey, I got his attention. Hi, Bob.
Nicky, we're in the middle of the tour.
Hey, you know, I always hated the touring. Fucking hotels, those tiny little bars of soap. You're supposed to wash with that soap. You can't even see it.
Nicky, you're talking crazy. Now calm down and we'll figure it out.
I already figured it out. I'm going to make it real easy for you. I don't want any money. I don't want any side deals. All I want is out.
Nicky, we're in the middle of a goddamn tour. You crazy?
Yeah, maybe a little. But I'm not worried. Guys, with all your talent, you'll never even know I'm gone. All that time. He had a string of hits. Money's rolling in. That's when you tell him I don't want to be in the group anymore? That's crazy. Let me tell you about crazy. After I got married, my wife and I had a few problems, and our kids wound up living with some relatives. I wanted to feel free to screw around, so I arranged it so my kids, my own kids, thought I was their uncle, Uncle Nick. Figured that way they wouldn't feel deprived of a father. Not bad, huh? What I'm saying is none of us were saints. You sell 100 million records. See how you handle it. There ain't no good now dividing. True love takes a lot of trying. Whoa, I'm crying. Get-go. But what really happened was he was paying me $12 a night while he was getting $150. Well, what the hell? That's Tommy. I'm from the old school. You come up together, that's a promise, and it's like I am. You don't forget where you come from. The one who really gets me is Nick. He was the real article. I mean, he could have been, I don't know, Quincy Jones, Don Costa, like that. But instead he just walks away. I could never figure it. I mean, we had something going there, and then... I don't know. Maybe it's like the guy said. Some are born great. Some have greatness thrust upon them.
some achieve greatness, and then fuck it up.
I can see there ain't no hope for me. You're only holding out your heart and sympathy. If there's another man, then girl, I understand. Go on and take his hand, and don't you worry about me.
Talk to Nick.
No, you?
Can't even find him. You think it was the drinking?
What?
Why, he left. His mind got all screwed up.
Maybe it was our partnership.
Oh, shit, we told them right up front.
So let it go.
What are we doing, Bob?
We're on the hook for $1 million, remember? There's a lot of guys out there, Frankie. We're gonna find the best two and start paying this Tommy thing off.
I'll be blue and I'll be fine too. But girl, you know I only want to touch you. What good is all my pride? Lots of love is bad. Go on and make it right. And don't you worry about me. I'm strong. I'm trying to carry on. My love is only for me. When you're gone, I'll always think of you. And take love with you. Somehow I'll be through. Don't you worry about me.
So we hold auditions and find a couple of guys. Joe Long and Charlie Colello, both Jersey boys. I figure Bob's with me, it'll be okay. Maybe we got a shot. And then he lays it on me.
Listen, you may not want to hear this, but you know, performing was never really my thing.
You're right. I don't want to hear this.
We're single, Frankie. You should be up in front.
Please, I want to get right
Who's holding
myself.
you back?
I'm nuts.
Look, we got Joe and Charlie. We find 2 more guys. Put you in front. And it's Frankie Valley and the 4 Seasons. A great drummer, a horn section like we talked about.
And what do you do?
Write and produce.
I don't like it.
Why?
Because you're crapping out on me. I thought we had a
We
handshake.
do. Look, you want me to stay? I'll stay.
Good, I want you to
We'll do
stay.
better if we make money from both ends and dig ourselves out of the Tommy thing.
What if they don't like me as a single?
What makes you think they liked you before?
Fuck you. It's a goddamn roller coaster. Wake up in the middle of the night, I don't know where I am. Think, what the hell happened? What's gonna happen? Everybody leaves. Why does everybody leave?
Frankie, this is your time.
How do you do that?
What?
Get me to agree to stuff.
It's a gift.
Not so hot for the road anymore. People keep asking what happened to the real 4 Seasons. But we got the Tommy thing hanging over us. So I'm taking everything I can. Every crappy little one-night stand from Medicine Hat, Wyoming to Bi-Spec, North Dakota. And Nicky was right. The soap keeps getting smaller and the nights keep getting longer. And I'm haunted by this one song Bobby wrote. I climb the ladder of success. I'm one step higher than the rest. Got the guts, passed the test. Believe me, friend, that's all there is. There ain't no more. If you've got a home and a family, you've got much more than me.
Put that away. I just spent 2 days in the hospital because of that shit.
Okay, where is she?
You tell me. She's your daughter, too.
You gonna work together on this and make it into a contest?
Visit when you do, it's always last
I'm an entertainer. Remember, things get moved around.
An entertainer. She needs a father.
How about a mother? Why don't you pull yourself together? Hello? Hello?
Could I talk to Mommy?
Francine, where are you, sweetheart? Your mother and I are worried sick.
I'm in the city, okay? Don't have a house.
Sweetheart, you can't just disappear off the face of the earth for 2 days. You gotta leave a note or something.
Don't yell at me, Daddy.
I'm not yelling. You got money for a cab? Just get in the cab and come home.
So now you're going to be my father all of a sudden. It's 2 lousy days, Dad. You disappear for months at a time.
That's different.
Yeah, I know. You're working. You're slaving away on the road so you can give us the good life. I've heard it a billion times. Give me a fucking break. Can I please talk to Mom?
Don't talk to me like that, Francine. I'm your father. Francine.
Good job, Dad.
You're the one girl that
she is who she's with. You know what it's like out there with the kids and the drugs and a mother. You think it's about the kid? It's all about winning. Who's right, who's wrong, who's screwed up. I mean, this woman, people turn into something.
Frankie,
What?
I can't do this.
What do you mean?
I have a small apartment. There's not enough room for your whole family.
Can you stop that for a minute?
Frankie, what's the point? I gotta be out of town for the next week. And then I come back and you're on the road. I don't see you for 6 months.
I'm working. It's not a vacation.
I'm on, and nothing changes.
I need these days. I got $1 million hole I gotta get out of.
That you dug for yourself.
You were screwing things up. We gotta get him out.
So is he out? Don't you get it? You're still working for him. You're sleeping alone in a 2-bit motel in Toledo so you can play golf in Vegas. Is that your plan? It was one hell of a stupid plan.
Don't talk about things you don't know about.
He used you. He ridiculed you. He did everything he could to destroy the group, and you take it
He
down.
couldn't help himself.
Oh, my God. You know, I thought if you could get out of the neighborhood, maybe we'd have a shot, but you're never going to get out, are you?
What if we got married?
You and Tommy? I don't think that's legal in Nevada.
You don't give an inch, do you?
I'm never going to be first in line. I'm always going to be standing behind Tommy and Bobby and Nikki and Charlie and... I'm sorry, sweetheart. That's my ride. I gotta go.
Go tomorrow.
And then what? We have a drink and go around one more time. I gotta get off the merry-go-round, Frankie. It's no fun anymore. Stay tonight if you like.
That was the last time I saw her. A couple of phone calls and then it was like the whole thing never happened. So I focused on the work. I'm running all over the map like a cockroach. And then Bobby shows up with 2 new songs. A pair of real winners. And I think, okay, I'm back. Just for me. A solo number. Bobby wants to break it in Detroit, but the president of the label isn't interested. Segovia pays him a visit.
Bobby, what can I tell you? Come on, Marianne, I know what to do with. But this other one, it's too hard to be pop, it's too soft to be rock.
Maybe it's a new kind of song. Can you wrap your mind around that?
Bobby, what are you busting my chops? You come in here with some kind of fucking art song, you're never gonna get airplay. Hey, I know all about you and Frankie and the famous handshake. I get it, believe me, but...
Al, do yourself a favor. Release the song.
May I be candid, my friend? Frankie's okay, but he's no Neil Sedaka.
Okay, my friend. First of all, Frankie's never sounded better. Second of all, you take both songs, you don't get either. And we're out of here so fast, it'll make your ears pop. And third of all, you don't know jack shit about music. Or talent. Or cigars.
Hey, don't have a stroke in my office, okay? All right, here's the deal. Call me sentimental. You get the station to play it, I'll release the damn song. They say no, you can take your little work of art and stick it where the sun don't shine.
Thanks, Al. You're a class act.
You want to get a hit song that's like the Stations of the Cross. You gotta get past the record company, the program directors, the DJs, and then, of course, the people. Segorio's next stop was this guy Davis, the station's program director.
Bobby, of course. For you, anything. I mean, come on, Marianne, that's a winner. But this other one, the weird one, how come the big push?
I don't know. I want this for Frankie.
Oh, Bobby, I'm humbled. I mean, that's, what can I say? In all my years in this business, I've never heard anything so beautiful. Look at me, I'm tearing up. You got it, my friend. 100 plays this weekend. I promise you on my mother's grave.
We wait. 2 weeks. 3 weeks. Marianne screams up the charts. The other song just lays there. No plays, nothing. Bobby is getting crazy. He just won't let it go.
I was in his office. 100 plays. and his mother's great.
Bobby, this is the music business. These guys don't have mothers.
Son of a bitch.
Give it up, kid. They don't want the song.
I want it. It's a hit.
Okay, you want to break the song? Where's Frankie now?
Troy, the rooster tail.
This asshole program director who hates the song?
Yeah?
You get him there. You lay on the food, the booze, the full treatment. Frankie does the song and the crowd goes wild. The crowd goes wild, right?
Every night the place comes apart.
Because it's a great song, that's why. And this guy, the asshole, he may be a moron, but he's not stupid. Once he hears the crowd, he'll play the song. Don't worry.
But that's just Detroit.
Exactly. So you follow up. Same thing in Philly, Boston, Chicago, New York. You start a little movement. Word gets out. Stations start getting calls. Where's that song? We want to hear that song. What's wrong with you people? Play the fucking song already! And it'll work, you know why?
Why?
I take Frankie's chart. His moon is in Taurus. Only thing is, a campaign like this, it's gonna cost. The label's gonna have to cough up.
Forget the label. This one's on me.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. You feel like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. As long as love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. Pardon the way that I
that one morning that's crystal clear and so cool you thank God for the day you were born. That was my life all of a sudden. A song that almost never saw the light of day sells 3 million copies. I'm working my way puts the group back on the charts. I'm feeling good, I'm singing good. Between me and Bob, we finally pay off Tommy's debts. We're free and clear. Everything's copacetic. Even my kid Francine, she calls me every Friday night wherever I am and we talk. And it's all getting better with us. When I was a kid and we were going through hard times, my mother would say, "At the pass of this too shall pass." What I came to realize was it cuts both ways. The bad passes, but also the good. Francine? What? Yes, this is a father? What? Oh my God. Put your trust in the system. You think your kids are safe. What are you supposed to do? Put them on a leash? Into the bed? They grow up, they go out. Some motherfucker with a needle is waiting, and it's over.
Sorry, Frank. How old was she?
22. She was going to be a singer, did you know that? She had a bigger range than me. Almost 4 octaves. Father.
Don't blame yourself, my son.
Who then? You're home again. Glad you kept the key. Been waiting. It seems a million years to me, but hush now. I know you're all cried out. It's all right. Inside I've had no doubt about your love for me. If I can see behind the tears, I'm certain of the way we feel. Given time to hurt will heal. You're home again, so won't you close the door? Stay here with me, and we'll forget what's gone before. Just hold me tight. Our love is gonna make it right. Put shadows way beyond recall. Ghost has almost gone. Fallen angel, I'll forgive you anything. You can't help the things you do. Now something's gotten hold of you. Fallen angel, you got a demon in your soul. And maybe when the fever's gone, I'll leave you alone.
It's been more than 20 years since these guys have appeared together. And what better stage for a reunion than this one? We may be just a few hundred miles from where they started out, but it's taken them 4 lifetimes to get here to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my old
time machine or what?
How's Vegas, Tommy?
Good. Little golf, little money laundering, you know, the usual. Sorry about your daughter, Frankie. That's rough.
Thanks, Tommy.
He's got a new family now. 3 boys.
This time I plan to get it right.
Hey, fellas, after the show, why don't you come up to our suite? We're having a little party.
We who?
Me and Nick.
You guys are rooming together?
He brought his own towels. Room 325. Family, friends, some food, some music. What do you say?
Definitely. You guys ever think we'd be standing on the same stage again?
I never thought I'd be standing, period. Listen, fellas, I want to tell you something. This is the greatest award you can get in the world. This is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All those other ones, the Oscars, the Emmys, whatever, you can buy that shit. But you can't buy this. You know why? Because this is from the people. Now, I work profession. The same kid I used to slap around. A couple of months ago, I'm driving him somewhere, and he says, "Hey, Tom, let me ask you a question. How do you remember yourself back then?" And I says, "I think I was a pretty stand-up guy." And he says, "I gotta be honest with you, you were a total prick. Nobody would have put up with your shit except we all needed something. Everybody remembers it how they need to, right? But here's the facts. I brought Frankie up on stage for the first time. I put audio in. I held it all together until we hit. And where it counts, the old neighborhood, I'm still a hero. They even named me Belleville, New Jersey, Man of the Year, 2002. By the way, if you're ever in Vegas, walk into any casino, say Tommy DeVito. My hand to God, you'll be out of there in about 12 seconds.
My life never revolved around the old neighborhood. I don't give a fuck about the old neighborhood. I'm from wherever I happen to be. These days, it's Nashville, Tennessee, where I can be found most afternoons on my new boat, Commodore Cruiser, 40-footer, nice even keel. That's my life. Straight up. I'm still partners with Frankie. He's done his thing, I've done mine, but we always meet up in the end, and it's all been on a handshake from 40 years ago. I was never comfortable in the spotlight. The rest of these guys, very dramatic. I may be the one Italian out of 100 who's not into the drama. I don't have that kind of ego. I'm happy just spending the afternoon on the river. Just me, my beautiful wife, and a good cigar. Quiet and peaceful in the knowledge that none of this could have happened without me.
Even after I quit the group, it still had some kind of pull over me. Over the years, Frankie was playing Atlantic City or any place near Jersey, I'd hop in the car and check it out. He'd bring me up on stage, we'd do a song or two. And he'd always have the same question. Why'd you do it, Nicky? Why'd you walk away? Let me clear that up. It wasn't the side deal, it wasn't the touring, it wasn't the bad food or rooming with Tommy. It just came out of my mouth. And once I said it, I knew it was what I wanted. I wanted to go home. That's what I needed, more than the girls or the booze, or even starting my own group. All right, I'll be honest with you. Could have been an ego thing. Everybody wants to be up front. But if there's 4 guys in your Ringo... Better I should spend some time with my kids.
I never made it to Tommy's party. Got up to the door a few times, but I couldn't go in. I don't know why. Maybe Nicky looked at me funny like I was acting too special or something. Nicky, in that mind, that is. Who knows? And now he's gone. God rest him. He died Christmas Eve, 2000. I mean, for a Catholic, is that style or what? They ask you, what was the hot point? The Hall of Fame, selling all those records, pulling sherry out of the hat? It was all great. But 4 guys under a street lamp, when it was all still ahead of us. The first time we made that sound, our sound. When everything dropped away and all there was the music. That was the best. That's why I'm still out there singing. Like that bunny on TV with the battery and just keep going and going and going. Chasing the music. Trying to get home.
opening night party for Broadway's latest jukebox musical, the story of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, Jersey Boys. Among the opening night crowd this past Sunday, the 3 surviving members of the original Four Seasons, Frankie Valli, Bob Gaudio, and Tommy DeVito. So, what was it like seeing their lives portrayed on stage?
When I retired in the group and went to Las Vegas, I never thought I'd be coming back for a show like this and somebody playing my life story. So it's really great.
There were a couple of times in the show I wanted to yell something out, like at Daniel, who plays my character, when he was buying the Cadillac. I wanted to tell him to buy IBM stock instead.
I never really gave it a whole lot of thought. And I agreed to do this. And then when I saw the first rehearsal, I wasn't too sure I made the right decision. You know? It's not that I know I made the right decision, but it's just that it was just a little strange seeing yourself, seeing someone else playing you, and seeing you in the way that they see you, you know, because we don't really see ourselves except when we get dressed and we're in the mirror and we shave or we're putting makeup on or combing our hair or whatever.
But despite that odd feeling Valli says he experienced seeing someone else portray him, he did give his onstage counterpart, Broadway newcomer John Lloyd Young, a big thumbs up.
I went to the rehearsal after they had hired John to play me, and I was just blown away. I mean, he is an incredibly talented actor. Although everybody in this show is really very, very fine actors and singers, which is really difficult to get both.
And as for Mr. Young, he says he enjoyed having Valli in the opening night audience. But when the musical legend sat in on that rehearsal, now that was another story.
Frankie Valli stopped in on a rehearsal unannounced, at least to me. Maybe everyone else knew, but no one told me. That made me nervous because he was seeing an imperfect performance in a rehearsal studio, and I was nervous about other things that day, you know, this number or that number, and suddenly he's watching. That was the hardest I think it'll ever be. Every subsequent time that he's seen it, it's been wonderful to have him there because we're really sort of serving up a gift to these guys. We're communicating their legacy, and to have them there watching the audience just you know, give us so much affection and just eat up the story, you know, so ravenously is great.
And stay tuned later in our show for Roma Torre's review of Jersey Boys. Mentioned earlier, we have reviews today of 2 shows which chronicle real-life musical stories. One, the tale of some remarkable talent, the other, the tale of a remarkable lack of talent. Here now with reviews of Jersey Boys and Souvenir are Roma Torre and contributing critic David Cody of Time Out New York. Roma, let's begin with you and Jersey Boys.
All right, thanks, Donna. If there's anything to be learned from the spate of jukebox-type musicals that have invaded Broadway of late, it is that great songs don't necessarily make a great musical. The songbooks of John Lennon, the Beach Boys, and Elvis Presley, brilliant as they were, failed on the stage because the stories that tied them together were flawed. And that's why Jersey Boys, about the 60s quartet, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, is destined for success. It all starts and ends with the book. And this one, by Marshall Brickman and Rick Ellis, is a winner. Of course, the music isn't too shabby either. It's an old story we've heard a million times. Struggling performers discover the road to fame and fortune is filled with pitfalls. But it's the funny, original, and moving way this one's told that makes it stand out. The fairly straightforward biography of the 4 rough-hewn Jersey Boys is cleverly conceived and filled with narrative nuggets, making it all the more compelling. We learn that there would be no Four Seasons if not for the mobbed-up Tommy DeVito, a hustler with an ear for music, who gets credit for discovering the 15-year-old Frankie Valli. Christian Hoff makes the streetwise Hood a fascinating character without any of the sugarcoating we've come to expect from these exercises. DeVito also found the group's songwriting phenom, Bob Gaudio, through a young neighborhood kid named Joey Pesci. Yes, that Joe Pesci, who went on to become a movie actor. Who knew, as they say. Director Des McAnuff gets a lot of the credit as well for pacing the complex tale at a snappy clip and keeping the action focused. Everything moves fluidly on this busy stage, and when the boys step in time to Sergio Trujillo's synchronized choreography, it's exhilarating. The versatile ensemble is first-rate. As Nick Massey, the self-regarded Ringo of the quartet, J. Robert Spencer holds his own with a dry, engaging delivery. And Daniel Reichard plays Gaudio as a naive but smart guy who grounds the group with his dazzling talents. They're exceptionally convincing. And finally, a very impressive star turn by John Lloyd Young as Frankie Valli. He's a strong, warm, real presence who wins us over instantly. He sings Valli's hit songs in Memorex fashion, and he most deservedly stops the show with the powerful version of the group's biggest hit.
At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you.
Though the Four Seasons predate me, their best songs, including Sherry, Big Girls Don't Cry, and Oh What a Night, remain timeless. But that's a small part of this success story. Jersey Boys works because its collaborators, those both on and off stage, found themselves in perfect harmony. Donna.
Roma, you know, I love the show. The cast was great, the whole experience was great, but you got to wonder, having a hit jukebox musical will just inspire so many more. And you see the ratio of hits to misses with jukebox musicals has not been great.
Well, I mean, you know, you can't operate on what it's going to inspire. You just have to reward the best ones and ditch the bad ones. And it proves, though, how hard it is to make a jukebox musical successful. And obviously they found the right formula, the right combination of talents, and bravo. And you know what I say about jukebox musicals? If they're all this good, bring them on.
Right, right.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, great show. Okay, now we back. After a few recent jukebox musical misfires, Broadway now has a jukebox musical that's become a hit with critics and audiences alike. Jersey Boys tells the story of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, a famed 1960s group that brought us songs like Sherry, Big Girls Don't Cry, and Oh What a Night. And oh, what a reception this show has had. Since it opened earlier this month, Jersey Boys has become one of the new fall season's hottest tickets. Starring as Frankie Valli himself is a newcomer to the Great White Way, actor John Lloyd Young. I recently spoke with Young about his very high-profile Broadway debut. John Lloyd Young, welcome to On Stage.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your Broadway debut. What a Broadway debut it is. A starring role in one of the biggest hits of the season. What's it all been like for you?
Until very recently, it's just been a lot of work getting it prepared. You know, it's a huge role, it's a huge show, and I've been an actor rehearsing a very challenging role until just last week when it opened. Now, it's starting to become pretty clear that it's bigger than just one actor rehearsing his role. It's exhilarating and very surprising.
How do you handle the attention? I think the Times called you a genuine star in the making.
That's nice and it's flattering, but really it really is just an actor rehearsing his role. This one happens to be very big and very challenging. Which, not surprisingly, has taken a lot of my focus away from those sort of comments and put it into what my primary job is, which is to do this show every night for a new audience who hasn't seen it before.
This has been a relatively quick rise for you. I was reading your blog you have on your website, and about a year ago at this time in November, you had taken on a bunch of survival jobs. You were ushering at 42nd Street.
Another Dodger show. This is a Dodger production. Went from usher to star within the span of a year.
Yeah, I know, not bad. How does that?
Well, it's just one of those sort of weird coincidences. You know, it's not a very big community, and I needed a job. I was in transition. I'd moved from one place to another. I was between acting jobs, which is was the story of my life. I was always between some sort of acting job. And I had a friend who had a connection to that, and it was in the theater, though not doing it. And I needed a survival job, so I figured this would be something that would be something I could swallow and not die. It was great to watch a show every night.
And then, who knew, a year later, you'd be a few blocks north.
Although, you kind of do know, I think, which is why you can take survival jobs.
Because you're doing it for a reason and you know it's going to come through.
If you know what your destination is and you're focused on that, I think if you're willing to crawl part of the way, you'll make it there. So I was crawling a little bit a year ago.
When you were called in to audition for the show, it was actually for the La Jolla run of the show, and they called you in for the role of Tommy DeVito originally.
Yeah. You
showed up, and the director said, "No, you're a Frankie."
Yeah,
now, to me, you're perfect as Frankie. When you got the call to audition for Tommy, did you think, I don't know if this is right, or?
I did, to a degree, but I didn't think Frankie's so much more right. I had been doing plays for about 3 years, hadn't done a musical for a long time, and wasn't really in that mindset. I wasn't thinking along those lines. So just being handed a musical script was already like, oh, okay, I don't know if this is really right for me right now, or it turns out the other seasons and I were doing another interview, and we all discovered that we had all been asked to read for Tommy DeVito initially. And the director, Des McAnuff, said, go out and read this part, or go out and read this part. And the part that he said, go out and read, was ultimately the part that we all got.
Maybe they didn't want you to prepare for the correct
I don't know.
So you read calls,
possibly.
So you didn't get the right side.
I have to investigate that. That would be an interesting story to unearth.
Right. Now, you've met Frankie Valli. You, in fact, you were speaking a bit on opening night about how it was kind of nerve-wracking. He came to see you at a rehearsal.
He did.
You had no advance knowledge of this.
I didn't. Other people knew, but they kept me in the dark. And I don't know whether that was charitable or cruel. I haven't figured it out yet.
So how did you discover it? Were you out there rehearsing and you
suddenly saw his face? It was on the call board. That in the morning someone said, hey, I guess you know who's coming today? And I said, no. They said, the man. And I was like, who's the man? Frankie Valli. And I had something else sort of running through my mind that morning, who knows what, and everything just sort of instantly went from my mind, disappeared, and instantly there was this new situation to contend with. There was nothing I could do, though. I was there. It was a rehearsal day. I had the things that I was working on, the imperfections that I was trying to perfect, and I just had to end up doing that 3 feet away from him.
Right. We're almost out of time. Just lastly, I'm curious, there's so many great songs in this show. What's your favorite to perform?
Can't Take My Eyes Off You is my favorite to perform. And actually, it's a tie with Sherry. Those, just in the first act and the second act, there's a big build-up to Sherry in the first act, Can't Take My Eyes Off You in the second act, and the payoff is incomparable.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you.
Well, they're great songs. The whole show is great.
Thanks.
Unfortunately, we're out of time, but I thank you so much for coming in. John Lloyd Young in Jersey Boys at the August Wilson Theater.
Thanks.
And it is time for a short break right now. Coming up when we return in the musical theater vein, we recently got a sneak peek at the Broadway-bound Jersey Boys, a show about the rise of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. John Lloyd Young, a Broadway newcomer, stars as Frankie Valli himself.
My parents and all their friends are going to be watching to make sure I'm an authentic Frankie Valli. It's a lot of pressure, but it's a lot of fun.
Among the Four Seasons hits featured in Jersey Boys, Big Girls Don't Cry, Oh What a Night, Ragdoll, and Sherry. We We spoke with one of the show's book writers, Marshall Brickman, who's best known for his work on a number of Woody Allen films, about how this show differs from other jukebox musicals.
It's not cobbled together. It's not a retrofitted story, artificial story, into which we, sort of lever these songs. What's primary in this is the story. It says something about America. It says something about the music business, about family.
Jersey Boys begins previews on October 4th in advance of a November 6th opening.